All right, another Caro Kann adventures for you. This one it was pretty poorly played, I think. It was really tactically rich, which is not my style. I like to be real positional and just kind of slowly eke out my advantage here. D4 opening. I play C6 here. If he plays C4, then I can just go into the Slav or something, and I'm comfortable with this kind of opening as well. Usually when I'm playing here, I end up developing my knight out to D7 rather than trying to push C5 and things. I like to play C6 here, though. I don't mind the Slav. It's not very fun, but the reason I played is because a lot of D4 players will see that and go, oh, I can have the whole center. And then I get to pull a D4 player into a Caro Kann, which is not something they're going to be comfortable with. They usually play D4 as white, and who knows what they play as black. But this isn't going to be their style of game. I almost always see the advanced variation here. Maybe one game out of 5 I'll see the exchange, or even knight to C3 or something. Which I think knight to C3 is the best move against the Caro Kann here. This is kind of on the white side, this is how I like to play it. So anyways, E5. I play A6 here. You've seen this 1,000 times. It's my waiting move here just in case they'll play knight to F6 for me and save me a tempo. Now he's shot out with C4, so he's trying to force this game back into a D4 opening, only with a pawn on E5 instead of E3. Not a bad move for him at all. And it was a little scary for me because I'm like, yeah, I'm out of my element a little bit here. I played bishop F5, which is fine. And then here comes knight C3. So he's doing his best to stay within his element, other than this E5 pawn here that's going to need protected, and his D4 pawn that's going to be a little weak. So I close up the center. His knight gets developed, and here I've played moves like this before. I don't like it because I've lost a tempo here. He's just ahead in development. He's gonna pull a bishop out to E2 or something. I'm feeling awfully slow here. I'm nowhere near castling. He's got it done. Best I can do is this and try and bring a knight out the other way. It's no good. This is just kind of slow. I mean, it's not bad, but it just feels clunky to me. Rather than trying to waste a tempo here, I went ahead and played C5. Now I think this was actually a poor move. I was trying to get the game back to where I was comfortable, which is pressuring D4. I was hoping he'd leave it on the board. I can play, knight to C6 and get something of what I'm used to. So he came out and attacked my queen. This isn't a horrible move. He's trying to compromise D5. My queen's protecting it. It's not a great option maybe to move my queen here. I think bishop to E7 would have been my best option here just to resolve that tension. This is what I imagine would have happened, and then D5 is covered. He'd probably end up playing D takes C at this point, and I have to be okay with being down a pawn for temporarily. I'll get it back. Instead, I played queen to B6. I like that move in general. I tend to like to be aggressive with my queen. Here, the problem is that C takes D. I can't do anything about it. Queen takes B2, and my attacks kind of run out of steam here. Best I can hope for here, I guess, is a queen trade. And you can see I'm still down a pawn. He can keep pushing with this one. He can capture again. Oops, knight to B6 is his at this point, and I'm awkward at this point. I don't have good ways to play forward. So his response, rather than playing C takes D, was queen A4 check. And this proved to be a little bit problematic for me. It wasn't his best move, of course. C takes D would have been way better. I didn't know where I was going to block with my knight, and I didn't know where to block. I decided on knight to C6 because it's more aggressive. It puts pressure on D4. The problem with this is then when he does play C takes D, my knight's end prize here, and I have to figure out what to do. So here's what I played. I'll go back just a second. I should have played knight out here to d7, and then when c takes d, queen takes b2 is a lot better. So here's what I did though. Knight to c6, capture, and I went after his rook here. Now he made a big blunder here, and I followed up with one of my own. He played to take the knight here, and he just saw that he had discovered checks and a passed pawn and all sorts of cool stuff. So what happened? What I should have done is taken the knight first. I'm still forking king and rook, and then when he moves, then I can take the rook. And now I've snatched two big pieces off of the board. He's in check, and he has to figure out what to do about it. And then this gives me a chance to play b5 and protect myself from those nasty checks. My queen is too far extended at this point, but I've gotten so much material. I've got a full rook for it, and this pawn is going to fall. This is a great position for me. Now, instead, I told you we blundered one after another. He took the knight here, and I took the rook first. This is stupid. It lets him block with a knight, and now I'm only up in exchange. He still has all the tactics in place here. I played b5, but I'm struggling now at this point. I think I'm way behind, even though technically I'm up a pawn, and I've got to figure out what to do. So you can see how, you know, one good blunder deserves another here. I got greedy and took the bigger piece first, not realizing that I had it for free whether I took the knight first or not. So here's how we played over the board. I decided to kick this bishop out. One thing I was worried about was, imagine if I had just played to bring my queen out. I get destroyed here when I'm unable to block these checks with anything but my queen. Wait, hang on. Let's do it different, because that actually would have worked. Anyways, I was worried because of this dark squared line and this light squared line here, that I could quickly get checkmated if I wasn't careful. So b5, bishop takes, and I played f6 to try and get rid of that bishop. So he followed up with the check here, king f7. So I'm tucking my king away. Most of the checks are gone at this point, and that's good for me. But he has this nasty pass pawn, huge pressure on the queen side. I'm still way behind in development. And so that taking that rook there, even though I'm ahead material, you can see I'm just getting dominated. This was a blunder. Playing pawn takes here allowed me to. Well, I blundered again. Again, two blunders in pairs tends to be kind of the theme of this game. So I should have captured with the pawn and forced him to push his bishop away. But I didn't. I thought, well, let me get this knight out of the way, then I can develop my bishop. My rooks are finally connected, and then I finally have a good back rank. So knight takes, and bishop takes pawn here. I think this was weak for him. Again, he's pinned his bishop to his queen. You can see the theme of this game is that we both played really poorly. I'm posting it anyways because I thought the tactics were kind of fun to sort through. It was a tense game for sure. Usually I only post games I win. I didn't in this one, so I'll share it with you. Although there is a secret ending. Huge blunder here. Allows knight to e5. So 5-minute blitz games is just not my thing. I shouldn't have taken this game. I usually play 15-minute games or something, and I really prefer the long games. But I have to get to work pretty soon. So, all right. So bishop is gone here. Now here's another big blunder again. In this position here, that's a checkmate. So we both looked right past a one-move checkmate here. Again, material greed. So I got my queen out of the corner here. I'm way behind. So you can see I'm down a whole rook and a pawn. So this is just nasty for me. There's almost no chance of winning this. I'm letting him trade material. I mean, there's nothing I can do at this point. So I had a minute left on my clock. He had 2. So I decided to kind of make some moves and just kind of poke around and see what holes he left. There's not a whole lot of depth in this position here. Not a whole lot happened. One thing I did good here is I managed to scoop back one piece, and so I've somewhat, diminished his lead. I'm still dominated here, but it's whatever. I missed a chance to grab this F5 pawn here. It kind of doesn't matter. So I'm just trying to make sure I have some threat here. Obviously, you can see I'm just kind of making moves. So here's when I realized that my only chance was a stalemate. Well, I guess I realized that a long time ago, but I started playing for it. Now my king is restricted; I can't come in anywhere here. So my only squares here are out here. So at this point, I have to get rid of my material, or else I'll have a move to make. If that makes sense, I really don't want to have a move to make. I want to be potentially stalemated. This was great for me because you can see this line is blocked by his rook now. This square is obviously covered by his pawn. So I moved back, and I'll tell you, I thought about resigning right here, and I thought, you know what? There's a chance for a stalemate with this rook here. I'm gonna ride this sucker out. So I have to throw away my rook, or else I can't get stalemated because there's always a rook move. So I move my king here, and he's got two moves. One is a6 here, which of course mates me in 4 moves or whatever it is. But I realized if he played this, then I'm stalemated, and that's what happened over the board. So I kind of got a sucker draw here, and I apologize to my opponent for the game ending that way after he ripped me apart. So lots and lots and lots and lots of blunders. So you'll have to forgive my really poor play in this game. But I wanted to post it because there were some kind of exciting tactics and whatnot there in the middle. And especially I was fond of the queen mobility here on this side of the board. I think it was just kind of fun having both queens hovering around the queen side here. My king was ultra exposed, and that's a problem in the Caro Kann, especially the way I play it, is that I tend to castle really late, if at all. And so that was a major theme in this game. So I guess my advice to you is castle early and often, and make sure your king safety is paramount in the beginning instead of looking for tactics. And that's a drawback to my Caro Kann game, is that my king safety is often compromised for the sake of controlling d4. And against a lot of opponents it works because I'm the one creating the tactics and creating the pressure. But in this style of opening with c4 out there as well, I really probably should just focus on developing on the king side and castling and keeping myself safe and not giving up too much. So anyways, I hope it was instructive. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you don't make too much fun of me in the comments here for how poor I played. So keep watching, please subscribe, and give me some likes and whatnot, and hopefully we can get this I can get my channel back to its form that it was in last year and the year before when I was getting a lot of views. So appreciate you guys. Hope you're having a good one. We'll see ya.